Coach, obviously Dre had a really good game. I guess how excited was it to see him, have that kind of impact?
Well, I think everybody, from last year to this year, it's kind of expected. I was a little shocked probably after they kept kicking it to him. I think that's going to happen less and less this year. So our off returner's got to be a bigger, it's got to come into play, and it's just you can't expect every kick to be a return for a touchdown, but you definitely got to get in field position. That's kind of the biggest thing on special teams, which I thought the other night, with the hidden yardage, we gained I think it was 115 yards of hidden yards. So, that's pretty big in special teams world.
I guess with the kicking competition, Gino and Reese, they both perfect.
Yeah.
Is there anything to that, or just?
No, I've kind of, I said before, it's hard to, I've told them, we go off of practice and competition, and like I said, when both those guys were 82% coming out of camp, it's hard for me to justify. I said I'd go kind of like that first year we did with Gino and Wolf. They both came out about the same, and I let them kind of duel it out until one of them took the lead, and I'll do the same thing. I just think, I'm a pretty fair person. Guys that are doing well, they're going to get a chance.
Coach, what does Dre's pregame stuff look like? It's not easy to come in week one and average 55 yards a return. What does he do before games to get ready?
Dre comes in. He's pretty good about coming in and seeing what what are they going to do kick wise. Obviously, our returns. I think the one thing Dre's pretty smart to realize is, Dre's talented, but the hardest thing to do in football, honestly, is those guys up front. To drop and have guys running at you at 60, yards full speed, and then you're expected to block them one way or the other, and then Dre's just got to make a couple guys miss. And he understands that those guys up front, which they did, they worked their butt off to get him some big returns. So, that's a big part of it.
Who impressed you the most out of those guys?
Coy Aiken did good. Justin Horn did good. Caleb Douglas did good. I mean, all of those guys, our back end guys, did really good. Our off returner, Jordan Brown, he did great. Jordan Brown did a great job. It takes all those dudes, but Hocut, same thing. He's been really good on that last couple of years too, of getting us to the next level. So, it's definitely, that's the one kickoff return is that one deal that it takes everybody, because you always, as a coach, you always go, we're one guy away. Well, hell, I could say that all year, but during that game, we had pretty much everybody blocked up.
Coach, can you talk about Taj's performance on Saturday and how hard it was?
Typical Taj Brooks, he grinded it out. It wasn't pretty. I don't know what he finished with, 150 yards, maybe something like that. But just a Taj Brooks game. He caught the ball. He protected. Just the same thing he's done since he's been here. Just grinded it out and helped us get a win. Late there, we kind of, just like we did. I wish we could have played those younger guys, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And, it's one of those things that happen in games, that he came to play.
If you had to play the younger guys more on Saturday, what would that look like?
We try to play three running backs, like I've done since we've been here. Try to get those other guys. I think Cameron came in like the third series or something like that, and then Cam Dickey came in later. So that's kind of what I've always done is, that it'd be Taj for 2 or 3 series, one of the younger guys, Taj again, then one of the younger guys. That's kind of what, we've done throughout the get-go. Last year, we didn't have that flexibility much. It was kind of Taj, more Taj, and then more Taj. So, but yeah, I have confidence. Those young guys, no doubt that those guys they're going to be good football players. They really are. I don't care how old they are. Those kids have come to play, and they're going to get a shot.
Where are they in terms of all the things you have to do outside of when the ball is in your hand?
Blocking is, I've said it before. I think, everyone's got different evaluations of running backs, but I think you got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to pass, protect in our scheme, and then catch the football. Kind of keep it that simple. The pass protection's a little bit tougher because, the guys that they're going against, it ain't the same as they were going against in high school. So, yeah, that's probably the biggest challenge is just, getting those guys understanding our protections and how we can get them out. Coach Kelly does a great job of kind of spreading the field. If you guys are aware of the other night, he did the same thing. He's done it all, since I've been around him. So, yeah, they have to understand our schemes, the plays that we're running, then obviously the pass protections that we're running, and then, protect when they've got a chance, and then if not, get out and be a check down guy for us.
Obviously not a lot of punt attempts, which I'm guessing is kind of the goal in general. But what did you see from Jack?
Oh, I loved it. I say that, our guys got average for. He averaged 45. That's what I want. 45. He hit a good ball where we need to be at. The coverage, I'm not going to shy away from. We're going. I know there's probably some people that are out there. Like if I'm playing Dre McCray, we're going to kick it to Dre McCray, and I would be expected to go cover the punt or kick. So I was, I thought that was good. So yeah, I thought our coverage was good. I thought Jack was great. Probably a little nerved up pregame a little bit. His first game there at the Jones, and he was kind of, he's kind of hitting the ball all over the place. So just calm him down and go out there and do what you've been doing since you're a little kid.
In a game like that where special teams did become such an
Yeah.
important factor, do you as the special teams guy, you take pride in what you guys were able
Oh, you guys know that. Like I said, there's nobody in this world that's going to put more pressure on Kenny Perry than Kenny Perry. I mean, I've said it since I've got here. The games, I can go back and tell you the games that we didn't play well. Wyoming last year, we didn't do a damn thing to help us. We missed kicks. We had no big returns. We didn't block anything. So guess what? That was on me. Is that going to happen again? I hope not. But it's just the way I look at it. I think you gotta affect the game, and if it's affecting the game by a return, affecting the game by a block kick, affecting the game by punting the ball inside the 10-yard line, that's what I expect our guys. That's why they're here. I mean, that's why we got those guys. And if not, I'm gonna find somebody else that can do it.
Coach, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but what does it look like adapting when Dre kind of gets taken out of the game? Because they're either kicking away from him or kicking short.
Yeah. Well, the part of that is they're getting away from their scheme as well when you're doing that. And, it doesn't look like much, but, like even the one that I think that they pooched to Cameron Dickey, and I think he got like 10 yards or something like that. Well, guess what? We're getting the ball now on the 35 or 40-yard line instead of the 20 or the 25. So that's hidden yardage. I look at that. That's an extra 15 yards that we wouldn't be getting. So, I know it's not a home run, a touchdown, but it's not it goes into the stat sheet for us, flipping the field and putting us in good field position to start. So if people want to do that, then I know it's college football. Field position's a big thing. So I know I'm going to kick it deep and take our chances with the group of dudes we got.
Anything else for KP? All right, thanks, KP.
Yep. You guys y'all be good. Have a good week.